Fit like Abdi, Danny Boy here, and we're back with more Transport Fever. This is just an update on what is happening with the high detailing series. As you can see here, if I got my loads with my save games, the last episode I did is right here, and we'll load it up. Now, we're on episode 7. I just finished doing the Frontier line. The new patch beta came out, and I opted in. I always opt into the beta patches just to see the sort of tweaks that they're thinking about doing. This patch looked really good. Updated performance. It was a performance patch. Better gameplay throughout the sort of end of the game. Better frames. Lots of other glorious things that should have been awesome. Now, this is this loading up. And boom, here we go. Transport Fever has stopped working. The game has basically crashed. So, close the program, reopen the game, and here we are. But it's basically, we're basically screwed for the first 7 episodes. All through the beta, the game is working fine. It was loading no problem. The recent patch became live yesterday or the day before, and I think it was on Thursday. I went to load up the game and it crashed straight off the bat. So I was unsure why it crashed. I went on, picked the map again, reloaded the mods, found that a lot of mods were incompatible with the new patch. A lot of them were coming up with errors, and what I did was restart it again with the mods that I managed to pick out that were broken and that weren't working. So I removed them from the current save that I had, and it still again crashed the game. I was worried in case this was maybe something to do with the Industry 2.54 mod, which if you go on the workshop, you do see that when a lot of patches come out, if you're running this mod, it does seem to end the game. I tried many different things to try and revive it. Unfortunately, it would not work. But I did load up the map with the new Industry mod, which is still working. A few things like some underground stations, complex stations, some carriages and wagons and things were just an absolute no. It just kept on coming up. There was a file error with the mod, so I removed each mod. The left and right hand cargo dock for ships, that wasn't working either. You would place it next to a bit of land and it would say it was colliding with something, even though that was not near anything. So I managed to get the few mods that were working back onto the map, and do not fear, I've basically restarted it. So I've started to build some of it. The oil refineries here are back in action. I used the large depot mod. That's pretty cool. So that's a new addition. That's the only really thing that's changed with the depot, the sort of train yard we've got here. We've got lines going up to San Antonio. The Frontier line only goes as far as this place, which I've forgotten. Let's switch on town names. Albuquerque. I will complete it again, and basically I'll build up all the farms here, the oil wells, the farms over here, all the lines, and I'll get all the trains and routes that were previously running up until about episode 7, where we last left off. And then once everything's good to go again, I do believe we were in about 1855, 1856 during the last save. I will continue everything on from there. So it's really unfortunate. I have survived. There has been a few patches, and all my YouTube videos or series that I've done have survived each and every patch. I did have my concerns with this patch, Obviously my luck had run out and I just cannot get any of the previous save games to load. It only loads about halfway, then it crashes the game. Even with the removing mods, with the backup saves, it's gone. There ain't nothing more I can do about it. So I have started to rebuild the world as we know it, or as it was in episode 7. So this might take a couple of days. You'll notice that there's a lot of just surviving Mars videos coming out. It's just until I get this back up to its former glory. Once it is, we shall be good to go again and continue on. So I do apologise. I really did think that during the beta test everything was still working, that when it went live it would still work. It was during the time when I was creating the At the Races videos, so it's just unfortunate that this time around it's not ended well for me, unfortunately. So I do apologise again, and I will work as hard as I can to get everything rebuilt and the next episode on the go. You'll just have to bear with me for a couple of days. These things do happen. It's a bit of a pain. Hopefully some of the mods that were unplayable due to the new patch will eventually be fixed. I know the left and right hand cargo dock has been fixed, so that's very nice. I can use them again. But until then, this has just been a little update of the Transport Fever High Detailing series. As always, if you've got any comments or anything about what you would like to see in this series once it kicks off again, leave them in the comment section, and if you'd like to leave a like or dislike, feel free to do so. But this has been it for me for just now. I've been Danny Boy, this has kinda been Transport Fever, and I will catch you later.